Uncle Weir, Weir Braden Weber. Born in 1922 in Winnipeg, he was the last child born in Winnipeg before the family moved out to Calgary. He was the sixth child in a family of eight. He also served in World War II. He signed up with the Royal Canadian Navy and served aboard a frigate ship, the Stormont, patrolling the seas off of the coast of France in the Bay of Biscay. After the war, he returned back to Calgary to help the family out. He got into decorating with a company called Beal Decorating, involved in painting and wallpaper hanging, so he knew his stuff on that. In 1950, he married Lillian, and they had three children, Loretta, David, and Norman. Weir was also the funny one in the family. He had a wicked sense of humor, always had a joke going on, and a cigarette in hand. We loved him to death. So let's pick up on the story of Uncle Weir. Let's start off with Uncle Weir. Yeah, yes, yes, Uncle Weir. He served in World War II in the Royal Canadian Navy on board HMCS Stormont, River class frigate. You read the information there, launched in Montreal, did serve in Normandy and D-Day. And then it was placed in reserve in 1945 after World War II, and was allowed to sit in port and rust and gather barnacles and all the rest of it. There were other vessels, frigate class. They were on submarine hunting duty. They would go into the Bay of Biscay area and hunt down submarines and protect the shipping lanes and the like. After World War II, all the other river-class frigate ships got scrapped eventually. Over time, they did certain things. The only one left was HMCS Stormont, which was snapped up by Aristotle Onassis for his personal pleasure. For those that may not know, he was a super shipping magnate living in Greece. He married Jackie Kennedy. She became Jackie Onassis. So he bought this boat in 1954 and got it totally fitted up. And after a few years, he donated it to the Greek government, and it's been bought and renamed. You can see nicknamed Christina O for Onassis. And just a beautiful boat. As a matter of fact, they had a number of celebrities that came on board, including John F. Kennedy as well. Now, this is a shot of the full crew of Stormont. And somewhere in there is Uncle Weir. He's buried in there. I got to do this one. So it takes a couple of pushes. One more. There he is. There he is. Handsome young feller, except his hat is a little bit cocky, as was the person under the hat. That's Aristotle Onassis on the left, and Winston Churchill, Prime Minister, on the right, seated in some nice wicker basket chairs. On board, the Christina O. They're actually talking to each other in the swimming pool. The swimming pool had a raised floor, so you could drop it down and fill it with water, or you could raise it up and you'd have a dance floor. I mean, this was a luxury boat. So let's listen to Weir.
A robot plane with a ball in it. They directed it to the ships. Well, it wasn't just Mr. Brazen hit the ship next to us and blew a hole in the thing. We had to tow it back to Portland.
Recognize the voice? Another funny anecdote about Uncle Weir. We had a wedding to attend. My brother, his new bride Louise, up in northern central Alberta, Manning area. Okay? And it was a terrific wedding, but something happened. And this is from Aunt Edna. And I don't know can everyone read that, or should I read it out? Winnie had convinced Albert, so that's my mother, my father, that he should be in bed early After all, he's the father of the groom, and he should be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the next day. But Uncle Weir had other plans for his brother-in-law. He came pounding on the door of number 10. We were in a motel area at the time, pleading for help. He had $5 riding on getting my father to accompany him back to Jim Hagen's pad. So away they went, Albert's PJs drooping at the back. Those that know my father would understand. Weir also promised that he would laugh at Albert's jokes for the entire year. Albert didn't hear this rash promise, is wondering why Weir is so amused at everything he says. And that did happen for those that attended. My father is known for one-liners. Am I right, cousins? Yeah. We called them Albertisms. One of the ones he would have, he would say, well, if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the... Another one that he would have is if somebody walked up to him to greet him and extend his hand to Albert to say hi, my father would say, how high? Joan accuses me of inheriting some of that. I deny it. I deny it emphatically, but you can talk to her about it. And that was Uncle Weir. So, on to the next. Oh, before we go on, let's have some stories about Uncle Weir. Dave, do you want to talk about? Or, who has any stories? Got any stories? Oh, that's as far as I can reach. Here, Danny, tell a story. What do you remember about Uncle Weir?
We were all there.
All I remember is Uncle Weir at my mom and dad's house down on Brentwood Bay. I believe my mother had some ladies over, and Uncle Weir would come out of the house and walk up to the fancy ladies and say, "You're all a bunch of prim and proper assholes." So all that. That's what I remember.
Okay, thanks.
That was a good one.
Let me add to that story.
Come on up. Come on up.
So anyway, my mom was really choked at Weir for interrupting her little afternoon tea with her friends. So mom said, okay, what? Who did he?
Smoker.
She said, yeah, that's right. He called up Smoker. This is Sally's husband, ex-husband. She's passed away now, but phoned up Smoker and Weir. Weir said, this is what it was. Phone Smoker. He'll drink with me. So mom had to pay Smoker $20 to take him down to Brentwood here Brentwood Inn to buy him a drink. So he'd shut up and leave the tea party alone. Phone Smoker, he'll drink with me. So that's been a source of amusement ever since.
Yeah. Here, I got one about Weir.
Okay, Joan, you want to talk about the painter crew that was painting his house?
I guess I'm being asked to relate the story being a unionist myself. Uncle Weir needed his painting. So these young lads come over to do the painting, and he's watching them, and he would take them into the house for a break, but very often he'd look at them and say, it's 3 o'clock, it's long enough, let's go to the Legion and have tea. One other thing, being in the union, is he would ask them how much they were getting per hour from the guy, and it wasn't enough, so we were added more money.
He's a generous guy. Jennifer, you want to add
Oh
one?
yeah, I just wanted to say about Uncle Weir. He was the funniest funniest character, and he was also very, very generous. So I smoked, and my mom and dad didn't know I smoked then, and I asked for smoke for Uncle Weir. He was like the cool uncle, and he said, "Oh, here,